And I'm back on this thing. Today I'm just gonna talk a little bit about we talk about basic survival today. And family, I want to know what are some things that you are surviving. You want to talk about it today. You can get in the comments in the chats right now. We'll talk about it. Make sure y'all watch, like, subscribe to the channel. I've talked about plenty of things, showed plenty of videos on surviving in today's time. And I hope y'all like and share and enjoy the videos. Today, on this beautiful day, Sunday, November 9th, what is your getting by? Isn't it getting by? We're surviving it, don't, but it's getting by. But today, I just want to get into it when we talk about surviving. Uh, it's going to be bringing out some little points, stuff that I'm just thinking about when we're surviving. We see a lot going on, uh, but we're making it. We're making it. We're surviving. You don't have no choice but to survive it because you're here. What are some things that you do to help you survive and like just relieve stress? You know what I'm saying? Just relieve stress because we know that they say stress is number one cause of high blood pressure. That's the number one silent killer is stress. So today, look, Lady Blue, y'all know I love to do my music. I got a little cheap keyboard back here that I play a little music on at times to help me feel good and help me deal with a lot of things. You know, kind of help clear my mind. So to all my fans, friends, and family, one love, one love. I know y'all love you, girl, Lady Blue. I know you do. But today, I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me how do you deal with your stress? How do you survive in today's time? What are some things that you can do to help you deal with stress or whatever it is that you're going through? Some people go to church. Some people prayer. You know, you could never go wrong with prayer and coming together and you know uh, for what they call spiritual help. That always help. So you know, what are some things that you do on a Sunday morning to help you deal with surviving each day? For me, I love music, and I'll be doing that. I'm not the big star that you see on TV yet. I'm claiming it out yet, but uh, you like some of my music, you can get on my Little Lady Blue podcast page. Watch, like, subscribe. I do a little some little live. I be just making up songs out the top of my head. That's why you don't get the whole thing. You just get little short snippets and versions of me just singing up something off the top of my head. I'm just playing it and making it up. I'm a great songwriter. So if you want me to get with you and write a song, hit your girl up at my Gmail, mot6676 at gmail.com. And I'll be glad to work with you. Also, you can get my music online as well. Look, Lady Blue. Got a couple of songs on there I think you will like and enjoy. So, once again, what's up to all my fans, friends, and family? And today we're talking about survival. We're talking about survival. Yes. So, you know, if you want to survive in today's time, you have to you have to focus on positive things. You have to, you know, not just in what you're doing and like we talk about budgeting and all that. You want to talk about you want to be able to talk about thank you Zariah Williams, thank you for tuning in. What are some things, Miss Williams, that you do, if I said that right, to help you get through surviving today's time? And I'm gonna shout you out. Little Lady Blue do music. I love music. My family love music. My father was a hell of a musician. My late great father, rest in peace. Uh, he was one of Bill Street's finest, Mr. Joe Thomas. Uh, and so music is something that runs rich in my veins. Just like a lot of other family and a lot of other people in the city and around the world. A lot of people are very talented, and music was a way that he would love to express himself. And growing up, I saw a lot, and I saw that, and I was like, that's the way that I see that he deal with stress. A lot of times he come in, he had a piano, He'd go back there and get on the piano, and he would play the piano and sing the blues like never before. He was kind of like on the level with B.B. King and some of the greats. You know what I'm saying? He was on that level. Everyone knew him on Beale Street. They loved for him to come in and after clubs and play. You know what I'm saying? So he was well known in the city of Memphis. And so Little Lady Blue, as a little girl growing up, I used to see that and I said, okay, sometime when I see him go in there and get on that piano and play that piano, that was the way that he was. When he got into his music, I saw the expressions that he made, how he was really feeling the music, how it was coming from the inside, it was coming from the heart, it was coming from his spirit. You see what I'm saying? Can you get a shout out? You sure can. Thank you for calling me gorgeous. I want to be able to get your name right. Can't really see it, it's so small. But I see you. So thank you. You sure can. And I need to be able to see your name. Look like Minihelmat. Thank you. But music was a way that somebody keep putting gay on there. I don't know what that's about. Seems like that's a person that may be going through some things and they may be gay. I don't know. Maybe that's why they Garcia putting that on there. I don't know. But hello anyway. It's okay. You can come on out. I mean, look at the days, the times we live in now. You don't have to be like that. Just say it like it is. Uh, okay. Epic, epic Nick videos. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, some people are weird. They really are. But and you got a lot of haters. People don't like to see other people do well. And when they see you doing well, that's their thing. That's their way of wanting to try to get to you and bring you down or try to make you feel bad. But baby, you can't make me feel bad because there ain't nothing you can say or do to make me feel bad. I mean, you'll be all right. I'm gonna pray for you. Don't seem like something going on with you. You wait right till I get on my lab and then you jump on. Mm, yeah, but anyway, you'll be okay. You can come on out now. We living in those days and time. You need days and time. You don't have to hide anything. You just be yourself. Be yourself. Say what's on your mind. Y'all remember that by Cameo, I believe. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Basic Survivor Family. I'm just giving y'all something that you can come on and express yourself. What are some things like music? Like I said, I love music. Shout out to all the artists and the people that's doing their thing and love music and expressing themselves. Music is a way that everybody can, deal with. It helps deal with pressure and stress. So you just got here. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, we do need prayer. But the thing is, I saw my father come in, and he would play, and he would sing, and just as a little girl growing up seeing that, I said, now, sometimes I've seen him work like 2, 3 jobs, to help us make ends meet. And he would still find the time for his passion, which was music. He would still find the time for music. And he would come in and go into the back because in the back he had all his music equipment and he had some equipment, y'all. When I tell you he had some equipment, he had some real great, expensive, well-to-do equipment that he would invest in himself because he loved music. And he would come in and he would play and he would sing and he wouldn't just go back there for 30, 40 minutes. He would be back there for like hours of expressing himself, getting it out, and in his music you could see whether it was pain or whether it was he was whatever was going on with him, he expressed it with his music. Music was a way that he relieved a lot of stress. And in these days of basic survival, we know that we need stress relievers. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We need that. So what are some things that you maybe some of your hobbies that can help you express stress, can help you, do something to help you maybe reshape a lot of things that's not to help you deal with a lot of things that's not going the way you may want it to go in these days and time. So that was the way that I seen my father deal with stress. And today, and we know today, seems like it's getting a little rougher and a little harder. I do the same thing. I don't worry about what people say, what people think, how they feel. That's personal with you. We are striving, all of us, to do what we do day to day to make it. You see what I'm saying? And to do the best that we can. So I love to play music. Sometimes you'll see me just get on here and make up some off the top of my head. You see what I'm saying? To make something up off the top of my head, I can make a song up in 30 seconds off the top of my head, and I would just play. The first thing comes to my heart, first thing comes to my mind, and it just came back to me. I saw my father do it a lot, and someone says, "I'm 58. My grandpa played with Louis Armstrong. Wow, years back. He was born in 1893. He played with Satchmo back in the, wow, says, I can't really see that word, Vadila days. If I did Vadaville, look like days. Valleyville, Ville. That's what it looks like. If I pronounced it wrong, y'all forgive me, because these words are real small. And wow, that right there, oh my God, that's beautiful. He says he remember his grandpa. He says grandpa played this, Mr. Channel 733B, 8, 8 or B, look like an 8. Okay, 733A at channel at. Oh boy, these words are real small, y'all. CINA, look like ANNIE 7338. He says, I'm 58. My grandpa played with Louis Armstrong. Y'all know who Louis Armstrong is? One of the greatest musicians that especially when it came to blowing that trumpet. Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's big, man. That's big right there. Wow. So I know you got some stories to tell. I know you do. That's beautiful. That he says our family is full of musicians as well. Vaudeville. Okay. Vaudeville. Okay. He also played for Bojangles Robinson when he danced. What? Okay. Wow. See, you never know. You never know. Now that's big because I know you got some stories to tell. And I'm going to have to come to your page and subscribe because I want to hear them. Uh, yes, awesome trumpet player. Yes, Louis Armstrong was one of the greatest. So, see, music was a way we have been expressing ourselves through music. Sometimes when you feel yourself getting worked up, stressed out, if you're a musician or whatever, or if you just like music, sometimes you can just play music. You can play music and it'll help bring you, calm you down, find the right vibe, the right to bring you back so you can think of what you need to do and how you need to do. Music is a great outlet. Music is a great outlet. That's big right there. Thank you for sharing that. That's big. Yes, I feel you. And so when you're growing up in a, you know, like I know, you grew up in a family full of musicians, you you learn a lot, you see a lot, and you kind of hear stories of a lot of things. When my father would come in, he would talk. When he's played out of the world, but he would talk about some of the stories, or some of the things that he went through on the road, or some of the people that he met. Uh, and it was interesting. We would be just like little children around a campfire, wanting to know, wow, so you really met this person, you really played with this person. How was the vibe and everything? They were great stories. And also my uncle as well played with a lot of uh, Robert Lee. He played with a lot of people. James Brown. He's played with a lot of people. So I still he says I still have my grandpa guitar. Oh wow, that he had in the day, back in the day. I don't really have a page. Where are you from? I'm from Memphis. He said he still have his grandpa's guitar that he had back in the day. Now you know what? It ain't no telling how much that guitar is worth today. That guitar got some history. on it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. See, that's what I'm talking about. The stories, they got to remain alive. They got to remain alive. Because you're talking about playing with some of the greatest musicians in time. You see what I'm saying? That's beautiful right there. And you hold on to that. Hold on to that. I know what you mean. And stuff like that, I don't think you should ever get rid of. I think you should pass it down. If you find somebody that's in the family that's understanding value and they're interested in it, you should pass it down one to the other. Stuff like that, you just don't get rid of. You don't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? That's history in the making. Thank you for sharing that. He says, my grandma was 20 years his junior. Whoa. My brother plays. He will, uh, oh God, these words. Oh God, I can't how you say it. But he said he will, and his band's name is Love Ship. Okay, that's his band name, Love Ship. Okay, does his band have a site or something? You know, I would love to go in there and check it out. Because most of the time, y'all, when you find that grandpa played, okay, he says his name is Will. Call him, Colin. Look like Colin, Colin. Look like that's what that is. He's on YouTube. Okay, I would check him out. I promise you. I would pull him up and I would listen. Because most of the time, when you have granddaddy, grandmama, or you got that music that's flowing in your family, that stuff that's in your veins, and that's the really those are the most talented musicians and people it is because it's actually in you. You see what I'm saying? Coglin. Okay, that's what he says. Name Coglin. I can see that now. Coglin. It's them little bitty. You know, I think it's the caps. It's the caps. The letters be so small. Okay, that's all right. That's a great name. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. Thank you for sharing that again. Yes, when you have Grandpa and them doing it like they doing it, and that's beautiful when he's able to pass his legacy down from one generation to the next. See, a lot of people don't even really understand legacy and what his legacies are about. It's who you are, your DNA, what's in your DNA, and it's passed down from one generation to the next. So yes, music was a way that I deal. It's a way today that I deal with what I deal with, and you know, everybody needs a stress outlet for today's time. You know, and music is a way, entertaining. And some people say, well, you don't always have to do it for the money. You do it for the love of what you do. It's not all about money or how can I get over, or who can I. It's not all about that. It's about some things are just doing it for the love of it, you know. And my dad, when he came home, he did music for the love of music. I actually saw him. I mean, he be jamming. He be jamming so hard sometimes, y'all. If you're studying for your homework or anything like that, it may not get done tonight because Daddy is back there really cutting up. He is jamming. He playing everything from B.B. King to The Thrill Is Gone to what is that? Uh, one of my favorite was y'all know what I'm talking about. Rainy Night in Georgia. Who sings that? Who sings that? Will Collins is the youngest of seven. He says children. So who was your dad? My dad was Joe Thomas. Bill Street. He played all over. They loved him down on Bill Street. He wasn't as big, but he was, you know, locally he was. Everybody knew him, and he was just a talented man. And when you see him, you're not gonna leave the crowd. He was the type that if you went down on Bill Street, you was not gonna leave wherever he was at. You wasn't gonna leave dissatisfied. I mean, I have went down there and he has. It's like half of Bill Street was down on his end, just dancing, having a good time. He was just anywhere he went. They loved the blues, and he gave it to him. He gave it to him. Yes, he did. He gave it to him, and I could appreciate that growing up because just learning, looking, and watching, I learned a lot, and I learned the love for passion for music. You know how to express myself with it. And he always used to tell me, "Baby girl, just be yourself. Just do you. Be yourself. Don't worry about people. You just do you. You be yourself. People are going to accept and love you for who you are. So you be yourself. Don't fake it, don't flaunt it, don't front it. Just be you. And I'm a beautiful person. So I said, you're right. I'm going to express myself through my music. And so I've written songs and done a lot of things and worked with a lot of great people. And so I love it. That's my way of expressing myself. So you said, what was his name? I didn't catch what you said. His name was Joe Thomas. And my uncle name was Robert Lee. And if anybody know, he played with Ebony and Webb back in the days. We heard a lot of great stories of him as well. Those two were, they were pretty in this area. They were pretty known. They played, like I said, with a lot of people. My uncle played with from James Brown. I think he told us about he was friends with, he knew Marvin Gaye. He knew a lot of those people. So the stories and the wisdom of the even the music industry or just music, they had a lot of that. They understood what was going on, how it worked, and everything like that. And I enjoyed the history. I enjoyed the stories, and I enjoyed watching them do what they love. Still hold the family down. That never changed. Okay, he says, I subscribe to you, your channel. Just know. Thank you. I appreciate that. You seem like a real cool person. And I am. They don't get no cooler than me. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That makes me feel good. Makes it worthwhile. So I got chance, and not just me, but a lot of other people where we grew up, we got chance to we actually, believe this or not, y'all, we actually, music, everybody know kind of on the strength of music or entertaining, they kind of know us as, they knew my father as the type of person that was going to, he brought a lot of people together with music and love. That's what he did. And they, oh God, I could tell you so much history about just growing up around that. I seen so many uh, talented people, professional musicians, professional dancers, professional whatever come in and out as a little girl growing up watching that, you know, where they come in uh, and sing and they would play. And I'm going to name a few of them for y'all. And some of the people that my dad knew, if you listen to Thaddeus Matthews, Thaddeus, shout out to they great Thaddeus Matthews, because he played a couple songs for my dad on his radio show, and I just remember seeing my dad expression when he saw that, because it's something about an artist seeing himself, a musician hearing himself on the radio for the first couple times, and he was so proud because he had worked so hard, and it's kind of, that y'all know how the music industry is, but he got a chance to experience that before he passed away, and it was beautiful seeing the expression on his face and how your hard work pays off through music. He got a chance to express himself and really love what he did. You see what I'm saying? And so, but as growing up, I seen a lot of people come in and out, and they had one of the. I'm gonna talk about it. Shout out to my neighborhood where I grew up. Love you guys no matter what. Look, Lady Blue loves you. We're family always. And the community was a great community, is a great community to this day. They're a great community to this day. And everybody know that we came together in love and we came together with music. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It inspired the Lady Blue because as I saw, I got a song on. If you don't know, if you want to listen to one of my songs, it's called Alone No More. It is on CD Baby, Amazon, and some more. You're going to love it. It's a little jam I wrote, and people seem to love it. It's, oh, you have a hit. So it's doing pretty good. And so I'm just keeping on rolling. Just keeping on rolling, being myself. Because like I said, it's not all about that. It's about the love of what I do. And I've done a lot of things, worked with a lot of people as well. So growing up, I saw they had a band. My dad, I never forget, shout out to everybody. I don't know if some of the band members are even still living. This, y'all, we talking about back in the 80s and late 80s or early 80s, middle 80s, 90s. You know, as a child growing up seeing that, it was very inspiring. So music was a way that my father dealt with a lot of things. And I, like I said, I learned from him. I learned the best from him, just expressing myself with music. So this is what I do when I get want to clear my mind, clear my thoughts. I get on, I play me a song or whatever. But uh, growing up, I saw they had a band. It was called a Primetime Band. Shout out to all the members that was in that band. I'm telling y'all, they were they were. I'm not gonna say who they were gonna open up for. They were supposed to went to California. I don't know what happened. I don't even know if they went. I can't remember everything, bits and pieces. And they were supposed to open up for. I'm not gonna name some of the bands that was there because they're big bands and they're popular bands. They had actually got that. They was up there. You know what I'm saying? So I got a chance to see a lot of people, known people today, come in and out where we live, and watch how they perform, how they came together. They wrote music together, how they put the music together, how they played together. I'm telling y'all, it was very inspiring for me because I wasn't supposed to be. Because you know the way the house was made, we were the younger children, so we weren't even supposed to be back there in that part of the house. But my mom, she was kind of into the church. So my dad was on that level. My mom was on that level. So ask me how that worked. I don't know, but it worked out. And so some of us, there was a lot of us. So some of us played instruments with my dad, and some of us sung gospel blues with the church with my mom. So it worked out though. And so we weren't even supposed to be back there, but it was hard to stay away because it was jamming so hard. So you saying to yourself, Mom, when we get up off our knees praying, I got to go back there and see, because these people are, and there's some people back there. There's some people, but the house is just full. Band members, professional people, they putting it together, y'all. They got it going on. This is a true story. And so Mama be like, we gonna have church in this part. Daddy gonna be like, we doing our thing in this part. So everybody was doing their part. So we kind of got the best of both worlds. He said, what is the, oh Lord, these words so small. What is the song called? Which song are you talking about? It says, my dad got a song called Mr. President. He wrote. That's one of his. He loved that favorite jams, and that's a great song today. It looked like it'll fit in to these times. My song is called Alone No More, and it is on iHeart. It's on some of all of those. So make sure y'all watch, like, subscribe, and download and check it out. Uh, I wrote it. Me and my brothers. I have two brothers just playing on it with me as well, and we come together every now and then, and we do our thing still to this day. Uh, there's been a lot going on, but that's okay. We still hanging in there with it because, like you said, we could never forget the music. The music is a way we express ourselves, how we make ourselves feel good today, and we deal with today's time and surviving. That's a great way of expressing yourself. So I'm just sharing this story with you all. Okay, he said he would type me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can read now. Maybe it ain't you, it's me. But yes, that was the way that my father and him, like I said, I want to say, these are some of the names that I remember, and I'm going to shout them out. There was a lady, she was a bad blues singer. Her name was Jane Hampton. Shout out to her. Uh, she was man, she was a bad blues singer, y'all. I'm telling you, I actually seen and met these people. Queen Anne Hines. Oh, yeah, she's still doing her thing today. King Saul. Oh, wow. Michael Mohead. These are people that actually, I remember, Lisa Gibson. This band was pretty big. It had my brothers in it as well. Michael Young, he was the keyboard player. And when I tell y'all, Michael Young was one of the this guy, y'all, oh God. If you ain't never seen nobody play a piano sympathizer, this guy was he was bad on those keys. And I just remember as a little girl, because we weren't supposed to be in there now, but we snuck in there. We snuck in there, me and my brothers and everything. Some, I was kind of with them. It was 13 of us, so we were kind of on the end. Yes, it was that many. It was that many. We snuck in there, and when we snuck in there, I was peeping from the back. We was supposed to be back there. I was peeping, and I said, I want to see this for myself. What is going on back here? Because they sound like they got it going on back here. And when we got in there, this guy was jammed. I remember seeing him with those keys on that sympathizer. I don't know if it was a sympathizer. That's what it was. And he was playing those keys like magic. I just remember his hands just running up and down. I said, "Oh my God, he is making that sympathizer talk." If that wasn't no just pure talent, he wasn't reading music. He wasn't doing any of that. You could just tell them, "This is the part that I want you to play. This is how I want you to play it," and he would just get on it and play it. As a little girl, I remember seeing things like that, and I'm sitting back there like, "What kind of magic is this? That's magic to me, you know." And so, and after he would play, they had people. My brother played the bass, was a hell of a bass guitar player, still is to this day. Why he won't play like he won't get into it like he needs to, I don't know. But he was a hell of a bass guitar player. And a couple of my other brothers, they also played as well. And I remember seeing, I want to say shout out to my brother Floyd Stevenson. I mean, this guy he was really one of my greatest. I call him one of my greatest to look up to, because he really, when they sung, I don't know if he was a lead singer for a couple of those songs, and also he's the oldest. Oh, he said, "I am the oldest of the seven." Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He said, "I am a woman." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said, "I'm the oldest of the seven." Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. Thank you. Wow, you the oldest of the seven. So yeah, I know you. Yeah, yeah, I know you got some history from Grandpa, and you got some great stories that probably should be passed down and told. Just like now, I would love to share this with my nieces and nephews, because and great greats on and on, because they don't really know what flowed through their veins. And music was one of the things that flowed in our veins. That, like I said, I seen my father express himself. I seen so much growing up music wise. Y'all think I'm cold. You ain't seen nothing. I'm okay, but oh wow, like you said, thank you for saying that. Yes, there's other people in the family that can. Oh God, it's a lot of families just like this, kind of like the Jacksons. It's kind of like that. So uh, and thank you for sharing it, because your story you kind of got some of the same stories, and I know you got some great stories from your grandpa that was passed down to you. You know, and these they got to know. So um, that was some of them that I remember, and some of the band. The band was so huge to where they would bring these people to the house, professional folks, and they were so big. And I'm telling y'all, it was people that people today that they're legends. I'm not gonna name them, but they were there, and the band had got so big to where the house couldn't hold the house couldn't hold the band. That's how big it was. And bands today, you don't hardly see bands no more. You see, uh, pretty much artists, what they call, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Where the artist is just the artist, is not even a band. But back then they had bands. I'm talking about, you actually saw talent from piano playing, from horn playing, from uh, guitar playing, to drums. Oh, drums. Oh, drums. I want to shout out to a brother. Y'all, their drummer in this band, Dwayne. Dwayne. I can't think of what Dwayne's name is right now, because Dwayne was one of the, when you talking about fire, This this brother, when he beat the drums. Now I actually saw this, and people that know, they know that I'm not lying. When he beat those drums came to life. When he beat those drums, he says, you get online and roll, honey, and we gonna finish. He said we're gonna fish in that crowded hole. Okay, you get a line and I'll get a pole, and we going fishing in that crowded hole. What is that? Is that a song? I liked it. I liked it because if it's not, it need to be. He said, okay. She said, oh, I learned to. She says, Miss Cheney, I think that's what it says, her name is. I learned to play a guitar at 5 years old, she said, on my grandpa's knee. See that? My first song was Crawdad Hole. Okay, that was her first song. I like that. I like that. And she said, you get a line and I get a pole, and honey, we going fishing in that Crawdad Hole. That's the fire. I like that. Yeah, ho. Honey. You get a line, I get a pole, baby. You get a line, I get a pole. Okay. Down to the crowded hole. Hey, my baby, mine. Hey, I like that. Okay. See that? Thank you, sister. Thank you. That was the first. She said that was the first song. Okay, she learned how to play that. Okay. My grandpa taught me to play. I think I remember that. It is a cute little song. Yes. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Y'all brought back a memory with that. That's all right, though. Thank you for sharing that. That's all right. That's what I'm talking about. At first, it had to dawn on me. I said, wait a minute. What are we talking about? Okay. Okay. I got you. Thank you for sharing it. Y'all make sure y'all get to her page, watch, like, and subscribe. I'm trying to see. Can you put the to your page up there? Because I want to. Oh Lord, hold on, excuse me. I remember that song. Okay. Thank you for sharing it. That was the first song she said she learned how to play. That's what I'm talking about. See there? That's all right. That's all right. Thank you. Oh God, I need that. Music can be fun. It can be entertaining. It makes you feel good. And who knows what you're gonna feel like singing? What you're gonna feel like singing about today? You know, you might write a song about anything. And you know what? Some people say the simple songs. That's simple songs. They yes, the simple songs is what sells. Something is just simple, and it just tells you how people feel. It goes straight to the point, and they tell you what they want to do, how they want to do it. Those are the ones that sell. Just the simple, something simple. It doesn't have to be too complicated. Sometimes you make things too complicated, and people don't want to. They don't want to fool with it. They, the more simple it is, I think it was Tina Turner one time was talking about what's love got to do with it. She didn't want to. She didn't want to record what's love got to do with it. She didn't want to record that. She said she just didn't like the song. I don't know if it was just simple, but anyway, it turned out to be one of her greatest, biggest hits. Is what's love got to do with it? You see what I'm saying? So never know. That was a great song. Yes, yes, it was. It is. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Okay, that's love right there. And so, music is a way that people get to express themselves and deal with stress. You can deal with a lot through music. So maybe you may today you might say, I always wanted to learn how to play uh, the piano. Well, this is a good time to take up lessons. You see what I'm saying? And or to be what to be honest, y'all. YouTube is bad. YouTube is bad. You can pretty much learn how to do some of everything. YouTube by itself is gonna help you survive these days and time. YouTube is bad. You can learn everything on YouTube. Actually, that's where I'm not even. I want to get better at some things, so I go on YouTube and I learn different chords. I learn different solos. I learn different scales. You see what I'm saying? And just what is it called? Phrasing. How to phrase some music. How to oh wow, you can learn so much on YouTube. She said I can play "Entertain" by Scott Joplin. Oh, on the piano. But that is all. My grandpa made me promise to play it. Wow. Okay. Are you good at it? Is it good? Do you got it? Are you? I mean, you know what I'm saying about where you at with the song? Is it? Are you hitting it? Thank you. Are you hitting it? Can you play it? Can you really play it? I play guitar and flute, and I'm good, but only that song. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Now you play guitar and flute, and plus, okay, just on that, just with the guitar and the flute, right? Not the piano, but just the guitar and flute. But that's still good. That's good because that's where it starts. You see what I'm saying? It starts with basically that's how you. The more you practice, the more you get at it, the more you do it. Because it's already in you. It's gonna probably come naturally. It's gonna float through your veins. You see what I'm saying? So the flute. Now, when we talking about the flute and when, let me see. Did we have any horn? We had a couple horn players as when I was growing up in their band. They had a couple horn players, but I can't remember the exact ones. It said I could only play entertainer on piano, girl. Oh, okay. It said I could only play the entertainer on piano. I am 58. I mainly play for my grandchildren. Okay. Well, I know they really enjoy that. I know they really enjoy you playing for them. And they probably wonder where that talent comes from. And those are the stories that we got to keep alive. Because you never know what the future or who's really got it that's going to really bring it home. You see what I'm saying? Right. So she said she could only play the entertainer on piano. That's the only thing she can play on the piano. But some people, if you can, let me say this with the piano. If you can play a chord on the piano, most of the time, you can catch on real fast and learn with the piano. And they say once you learn the piano, you should be able to kind of hang on to a lot of, play a lot of other instruments once you learn piano. That's what I've always heard. Now, I don't know how true that is, but most people say the piano open up doors for a lot of the other instruments. You know what I'm saying? If anybody was in band, in band, that's a part of learning. Oh, you learn scales, you learn so much, chords, you learn all this. And the piano, they say that's one of the main instruments to learn, and that's going to open up the doors for a lot of other. Do you think that's true? Okay, she says, have you heard of that song? Look it up. The Entertainer. Okay, I got to look that one up by Scott Joplin. I don't heard of Scott Joplin though. It's from the 1920s, I think. I was in band. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. The Entertainer. And you guys that's watching, y'all look that up because she said that's one of her songs that she play on the piano for her grandchildren is The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. Because I done heard of that name. So I'm definitely going to listen to the song because I probably have heard of it. And once it refresh my memory, I probably know exactly where you're coming from. It says it's ragtime. Is it ragtime? I'm not for sure.